Who knows? Let's find out. It's possible. Let's find out. We got that. We got that. We're live.
Are we though?
Yes.
Are we though? Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
even though we are live, what I have to do currently is make sure I get my other screen up so I can actually see us. Yo, the title of this podcast is so true. Bro, listen. It's funny because my initial rant is kind of about, it's crazy how that's insane. That's insane.
I mean,
that's insane. All right, well, we might as well dig into this. Let me do the intro. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ.
you.
And I'm Tombstone the Dead Man, and we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective.
Facts.
Facts indeed. Now listen, we are here, as you can see by the title. Everyone is nuts.
Everyone is nuts.
Because they are fucking insane.
It's crazy.
I do have a very quick early rant that I gotta put out there because of some shit I saw this fucking week, and people need to know where my line is. Where my line is, and also this is specifically, I'm speaking to the black community. Specifically. Because y'all play too much. So too many of y'all are falling for the illusion that Candace Owens has somehow evolved past her history of anti-black rhetoric. So let me disabuse you of that. She has not changed. She simply pivoted. Just because she shifted her targets toward Israel or Trump doesn't mean her core values have shifted toward us. This is a calculated expansion of her engagement strategy masquerading as this awakening. Don't let the new targets distract you from the track record.
Right.
This is the same person who defended Hitler's nationalism, smeared George Floyd during a moment of global mourning, and then paraded around in a White Lives Matter shirt just to spite us. Just to spite us. She spent years pushing narratives designed to undermine our community. Now that she is saying a few things you happen to agree with, you are ready to hand out a pass. She is the same opportunist she has always been. We have to stop being so gullible. This happens because some of us are starving for acceptance. We've been conditioned to settle for seeing our culture valued while our people are discarded. They taught you not to value yourself, and it shows when you're willing to compromise your integrity for a temporary fake-ass ally. Growth and evolution are part of being human. We all trip up, and we all deserve space to learn from our failures. But there is a line that exists for a reason. There is a boundary that, once violated, cannot be restored with a few convenient talking points. She did not just step over that line. She lived on the other side of it for years. It's time for some of you to stop being such a cheap date. You are accepting the bare minimum of lip service and surrendering your dignity the moment she says something that sounds familiar. Have some fucking self-respect. But there is a deeper, uglier truth at play here. Because some of you actually get a rush out of hearing our own people drag through the mud. That is the internalized venom of a world that taught you to hate yourself. You've bought into the lie that you are superior because you think you understand why we need to be handled. We need to be put in our place. So you cheer for the insults because you have been convinced we deserve the abuse. And look, if that's where you stand, then go ahead and walk. Separate yourself from us entirely. Because as the agenda of our open enemies comes to light, we will remember exactly who was undermining the foundation from the inside. And when that dust settles and the mask come off, it's going to get ugly. I'm telling you now. So don't be that person who rolls down the hill to forgive someone just because they're smiling today after years of snarling at you. Candace Owens hasn't changed. You do not agree with her. she agrees with you. And failing to see that distinction is how you keep getting played. That's it. Fuck that.
Yep.
On the record, fuck that.
Oh, facts. 1,000%.
What up, Discord? What up, Absolute?
What up? What up?
Betty,
What up? What up?
Sean
What up?
P.
What up? What's going on, everybody? We're here. So, yeah. Everyone is nuts. That's not my bad. That's not hyperbole. It's so I was a couple of things led me here. So it was like for the past 2 weeks, like every other day, I was hearing something new about some person. And it was like, this is a constant stream. Like, what is going on? So,
Yeah.
The Fractured Vanguard, a comprehensive analysis of celebrity political realignment and systemic scandal in the 2025-2026 cultural cycle. The cultural and political landscape of 2025 and 2026 has been defined by a fundamental restructuring of the relationship between public figures, institutional power, and legal accountability. This period, which many legal scholars and industry analysts have termed the year of legal reckoning, has seen the collapse of long-standing social contracts that previously shielded high-profile individuals from both political scrutiny and criminal consequence. The dual phenomena of celebrity outing as supporters of Donald Trump and the eruption of severe criminal and civil scandals, ranging from forensic murder investigations to racketeering allegations against major media outlets, have created a volatile environment of deconstruction. This report examines the mechanisms behind these shifts, the specific figures involved, and the broader implications for the American cultural hegemony. Now, I'm not going to read this whole report because middle finger to Google. When I originally prompted for this report, right? Let me see if it's still here, if I can read the prompt that I gave it. Can you give me a list of all the celebrities, emphasis on musicians, then emphasis on black people, who have been exposed as doing something bad or aligning with Trump in the last year? That was my original prompt, right? The response that I got was, I cannot fulfill this request, as it involves making subjective assessments of individuals' actions and political alignments.
First of all, that's cap. And that's cap, and I'm gonna tell you, Gemini has been capping a lot lately. You're not the first one to have that. Tell me about that. My wife has told me about her using it. Like it will out and out lie about its capabilities, what it can do and what it can't do. And by the way, I'm glad you did this. This is something for all the rest of you. You know, nobody's into tech more than we are, right? But this is the part where you have to learn the lesson that you do not surrender this. Don't surrender this to that.
Correct.
This is that the AI stuff is only helpful when you use it in conjunction with your brain. It is not helpful if all you do is surrender your thinking and stuff to this.
Yeah, you can't use it blindly. It doesn't work that way. You
That's
end up
true,
with a bunch of shit.
That's true, Discord. We definitely need internal models that aren't exposed to corporate infrastructure. 100%.
Sure, yeah,
100%.
absolutely. So I rebutted. How about
arguing with it? Because I do the same shit. I was like, what? This is goofy ass.
I said, how about being outed as a Trump supporter or having been caught up in some type of scandal? How is that different than what I said the first time? But it went ahead and did it this time.
Yeah, like I said, Gemini has been getting real goofy. I'm hoping this means is they're ready for another updated model or some shit
Probably.
soon, because it's been on some bullshit.
Yeah, that tends to be how it goes. So because of that interruption, I feel like it added some things in there that I wasn't actually looking for. So that's why I'm going to skip around in the report. So,
What's up, McKenna?
what up? What up? What up?
Hold up, before you continue, Discord made this is a very poignant point. It's a force amplifier. If you want to do something smart, it will help you amplify that. If you want to do something dumb,
absolutely. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
The strategic realignment, celebrity support for the Trump administration. The years 2024 through 2026 represent a definitive pivot in the political affiliations of the American elite. While previous decades were characterized by a predominantly liberal Hollywood consensus, the second Trump administration has successfully cultivated a diverse coalition of business leaders, tech innovators, military veterans, and increasingly influential figures within the hip-hop community. This realignment is not merely an aesthetic shift, but is rooted in a pragmatic response to the administration's economic policies, such as the Trump Accounts Child Investment Initiative and the Trump Gold Card Residency Program. All right. So, the first group is, I don't even know all these people in the first group. I'm going to name all of them because they're in here. Right. But
wow,
I wouldn't be, that's not
crazy,
surprising.
Sean P. And that is not surprising because he always been on that.
Right.
He's been
consistent with it.
He's been consistent with his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been consistent. He was so consistent with his shit that Colin Powell commented on some of his bullshit before.
That part.
Colin Powell.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's how long this shit's been going on.
Yeah.
So this first group is strategic tech and business endorsements for Trump. Obviously, you can't start that off without Elon.
Of course not.
Then Peter Thiel, venture capitalist.
And
one of the
person.
Well, sure. One of the people responsible for
My
Facebook.
man, Mighty Mike Gleason.
Big Mike. Yeah, one of the people responsible for Facebook. Keith Rabois. I don't know who he is.
Who?
Keith Rabois.
I never heard of that motherfucker.
Somebody, he's a venture capitalist.
That's why.
Charles Hoskinson. Blockchain.
Block him.
Palmer Luckey. He's an aerospace engineer. Larry Ellison. Now that name.
That's, yeah. Yeah, you know who that is.
That is one of the reasons why so many people were mad about the Warner Brothers deal with Netflix falling through.
Yes.
Because the Ellisons are super pro-Trump. That's the whole thing. Jacob Hellberg. Don't know who he is either.
Me either. Facts,
yeah.
Mike. Facts.
Hey, yeah. Facts. I'm on with that. The influence of these figures extends beyond financial contributions. For instance, Elon's role as an independent but vocal supporter has leveraged the reach of the X platform to amplify the administration's messaging on border security and deregulation. Similarly, the alignment of Larry Ellison and Palmer Luckey signals a shift in the defense tech industrial complex toward the Trump administration's America First procurement strategies.
They need to really stop using that phrase, America First, because
the
truth is...
Oh, it's in quotes.
Yeah, good.
Military and Veteran Endorsement Coalition. The administration has also secured a robust endorsement from the military and veteran communities, which serves as a powerful signal of institutional legitimacy. The list of supporters includes highly decorated retired officers and Medal of Honor recipients. Buzz Aldrin, goddammit, Edward Byers, Michael E. Thornton, Burwell B. Bell, Patrick Henry Brady, Sammy L. Davis, James R. Hogg, and Thomas McInerney. Fuck all of them.
Yes.
The hip-hop pivot. Economic populism and cultural betrayal. Now, the report didn't catch some of the people that I wanted to talk about, so I actually went further, and I have those people later on. So the first person they bring up is Nicki Minaj. Yep.
Exactly, Mike. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. Exactly.
And then January 2026, Nicki Minaj emerged as the most vocal celebrity supporter of the administration during a Treasury Department summit focused on the Trump Accounts Initiative. Minaj declared herself the president's #1 fan, citing his gracious and charming personality, and revealed she had received a Trump Gold Card. Moving forward. Sexy Red and the stimulus narrative. St. Louis rapper Sexy Red became a viral proponent of the Trump movement by invoking the memory of the COVID-19 pandemic stimulus checks. In the 2023 interview, he fought that shit tooth and nail and then put his name on the checks. But anyway, the grift is anyway, whatever. If y'all gonna be stupid, then be happy being stupid. In a 2023 interview that gained renewed traction in 2025, she claimed that, quote, once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people that free money, we love Trump. No, we don't. Who the fuck is we? Despite revealing,
by the way,
right. Despite claiming in November 2024 that she had voted for Kamala Harris, her public branding has continued to utilize the phrase "Make America Sexy Again," reinforcing the populist appeal of the Trump brand in urban communities. The legacy of the Platinum Plan. The foundation for this realignment was laid during the 2020 cycle when figures like Lil Wayne and Kodak Black received presidential pardons. Lil Wayne's endorsement was famously linked to the Platinum Plan, a proposal for economic empowerment in black communities. By 2026, this group has expanded. This group has expanded to include drill rappers like Chef G and Sleepy Hollow, both of whom were under indictment for murder conspiracy when they appeared at a Trump rally in the Bronx, as well as Detroit rappers like Icewear, Vizo, and Peasy. The year of legal reckoning, violent scandals and forensic revelations. David Anthony Burke. The most shocking scandal of late 2025 involves the rising music star David Anthony Burke. On September 6, 2025, heavily decomposed human remains were discovered in the front storage compartment of an impounded Tesla registered to Burke. The victim was later identified as a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who had been missing from Lake Ellismore since May 2024. The forensic details released through the grand jury subpoenas in February 2026 are disturbing. So, trigger warning before I read this part.
Right.
It shit got crazy. Dismemberment. Investigators found a cadaver bag containing the victim's head and torso, while a second bag underneath contained her severed arms and legs. Forensic interference. The body showed signs of cryopreservation and a freeze-thaw cycle, which forensic experts believe was a deliberate attempt to complicate the determination of the cause of death and the post-mortem interval. The digital footprint. Fans uncovered unreleased music by Burke titled Celeste Demo Unfin, and matching tattoos on the victim and Burke that read "Shh." Status of the investigation. Burke has been named the target of a grand jury investigation for one count of murder. While he has not yet been charged, his career has essentially collapsed, with his music being removed from streaming services and the Madden NFL 2026 soundtrack. Lil Durk. Chicago rapper Lil Durk faces a different but equally severe legal battle. Arrested in October 2024, Durk is accused of masterminding a murder for hire pit plot targeting rapper Quando Rondo in retaliation for the 2020 killing of King Von. The trial, originally scheduled for early 2025, has faced repeated postponements and is now set for August 25th, 2026. The complexity of the case is immense, with the prosecution presenting over 30,000 pages of reports and hundreds of gigabytes of digital evidence. A pivotal development in 2026 was the addition of Brian Steele, the famed defense attorney from the YSL RICO case. To Durk's legal team, Steele's primary objective has been to challenge the use of rap lyrics as evidence, a strategy he utilized with partial success in the Young Thug trial.
Real quick, My very quick opinion on all of that, nigga, it depends on what you said.
Absolutely. That's how I feel.
If you are basically chronicling the actual crime that you did and not just some made up stuff that, how could you told on yourself? How could it not be? How could it not be used?
Nikita said she was seen in either pictures or was in a music video as well, I believe. Yes, they were seen together in some way, shape, or form. I just don't remember how.
This motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, they were seen together in some way, shape, or form publicly. So yeah, absolutely. No, he did that shit.
He did that shit.
Yeah, he did that shit. All right, no, not that one. The Tyler Perry stuff, but Tyler Perry doesn't really fit into the point that I'm trying to make. Some of these other people don't either, but I said their names anyway, so that's why I said Tyler Perry. But yeah, he doesn't fit into the point that I'm trying to make. TMZ racketeering allegations, FTC and Live Nation Ticketmaster having issues, Alan DeGeneres becoming a piece of shit. Well, not becoming, being outed as being outed as a piece of shit.
Right.
Let me see. Of course, Diddy. They got Tank on here, yo.
Listen, we saw some shit earlier this week. I'm just going to keep it a bean. There's some issues happening. There's some issues happening. And, you know, I'd be one of the first ones to defend.
Right.
Because I was partially in the camp at some point, but it's some issues happening.
At a certain point, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, hopefully he get that shit together. That is the initial. Hold on. Yeah, that's the initial one, and then Nick Cannon, who I've long had an issue with, right? But
yes,
I'm coming out recently with the dumbass.
What up, Fabo?
Fab. He coming out recently with the Democrats are the party of the KKK, dumbass. Like, we don't.
Yo, if you got a poll
at this point
200 years ago,
right,
and leapfrog over all that history, right? Like that's things
crazy. Literally happened that changed the trajectory of both parties.
Yeah,
and you don't know about that because you're a dumbass.
But you're also trying to frame it as if they just don't know.
Right.
Nigga, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
You know what? The cornerstone of your corny ass has always been this.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons we never really saw you as
yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
And then, you know, the chili thing with donating to MAGA and reposting conspiracy theory videos about Michelle Obama and
then lying to us like fucking dumb.
I don't know how to do that. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Out of my face when all them people start liking your shit, you get notified. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
Then you go to Amber Rose and you go to Nelly performing for the inauguration and all the dumb shit that he said recently about how fathers and babies should be and how men shouldn't have to change diapers. And then Soulja Boy and Rick Ross they performed at the Crypto Ball joint. Dark Child, Rodney Jerkins. Now, all of these are different levels. Everything here isn't on the same level.
Yes.
So some of them are a little bit more understandable than others. Dark Child, he's under the flawed belief that you can fix this system from the inside.
Yeah, good luck with that, homie.
Yeah, I don't think. But I'm sorry, I had to give those disclaimers. But what he did was the Grammy-winning producer signed an official letter to the Trump administration expressing a desire to work together to reform the music economy.
Yes, I remember that.
Waka Flocka received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Trump. Snoop Dogg shifted from being a vocal critic.
Waka, just so you know, he don't know who you are. I just told him to do that shit.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg shifted from being a vocal critic to a more supportive stance following Trump's pardon from Death Row co-founder Michael Harris.
Facts, Mike. Big facts. Big facts.
Keith Sweat. It's a bunch of these people, right? So the point that I'm actually trying to make here
What is your point?
is
People are nuts.
as well. I mean, sure, I've stated that, but as I slide into my weekend review, is this is one of the reasons I started building my fucking server.
Yeah.
It's because the stance that I held before is still the stance that I have now, and that stance will never change, right? Art, once it is released, no longer belongs to the artist. I will die on that hill. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. There's nothing you can do to convince me otherwise. That is just how I feel, because that's how I feel about art. That's how strongly I feel about art. Somebody doing some fucked up shit is not going to stop me from engaging with their past stuff that I may have been a fan of, as long as I don't have to pay them for it. As long as I don't have to pay them for it, I will continue to engage with the shit that I like. So yeah, this server has helped me to do that. I literally was just able to cancel my Spotify because I've gotten my music collection up to the point where I have enough. I have 5,000 songs in there. Or something like that.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I don't need to. I don't need to subscribe to Spotify anymore. And everything else that I use Spotify for, I can do under the free plan. So yeah, I'm not giving them my money anymore.
Good shit.
It's a whole thing. Like, I'm not paying y'all niggas to be pieces of shit.
You're not getting cash from me.
No.
To be that. Also, you're not getting the engagement from
Correct.
me. I'm not jumping into your algorithm to boost your shit up. And especially after you didn't gave us all big fucking middle fingers.
That part.
Blah, blah, blah. No, nigga, it's fuck you. Now, I'm a little more stringent about a lot of this shit to SPJ, because sometimes, depending on what you did, I don't want to hear your voice. Every time I hear you, I think of that bullshit. But I'm not one of the ones that can separate everybody out. Some people sure. But some people, you did something egregious.
You know what's funny about that? Chrissy asked me when I was building this. Chrissy was like, "Hey, so I'm glad we're doing this, because there's certain songs that I want to listen to that generally we won't listen to. But is there a person who you won't listen to their stuff, even when you don't have to pay for it?"
David Allen Burke. You don't.
Sure, but I was never. Yes, if I was a fan of him, yes, he would be off the. Yeah, yes.
Don't get the chop up. No.
But ours is actually Brian McKnight.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck him, bro.
And honestly,
fuck him.
If I hear more about it, and I call me a hypocrite, call me lazy, whatever you want to call me, I'll take it. If I hear more about it, Ghostface is on that list too. Because
I haven't heard anything yet. So.
Yeah, Ghostface has like disowned his trans child or something like that.
I did hear about that.
So I don't know all the information.
So I don't listen to him anyway. So.
He's not heavy in my rotation anyway. There's a couple songs of his that I listen to every now and then. Like if you pulled my Spotify Wrapped, he might be like the 250th artist or some shit like that. So it's not like I listen to him a lot, but it's not to the point yet, because I don't know the details.
Right.
It's not to the point yet where I hear his voice and I'm like, oh no, fuck this nigga.
Right. And one thing that needs to be clear to people too, especially once you've raised kids or raising kids, I have kids. That's a sore spot with me.
Yeah, nigga.
That's a sore spot with
what?
me. You brought that little motherfucker in here and was happy as shit when that motherfucker was here. Had it hold this little hand holding your finger,
bruh.
This little life you brought in here, and then you do that.
Yo, it's one thing. It's one thing to be a deadbeat, right? Like, not that that's okay, but niggas be deadbeats every day. being a deadbeat on its own is honestly probably sometimes better for the child that your bitch ass not in their life.
Right.
But
Right.
like shit like Brian McKnight, like literally had another child. The fucking child is a junior. He had another child and changed the name so that could be his. Like, what the fuck are you talking?
You are
Like, there's a
dirtbag,
list
man.
of things
He's
that
a
this motherfucker.
fucking
Yeah,
dirtbag, yo.
no, he's
He's a
no.
dirtbag.
I absolutely don't have any
I
Brian
don't want to
McKnight.
hear about you doing
Yeah.
shit to your kids. I don't
Nah.
want to hear it because listen, everyone doesn't have the idyllic beginnings when they have kids because life happens,
Facts.
right? So we all can go through some shit. Relationships sour. There's monetary issues. There's a bunch of other shit that can come about. I've always firmly believed, so the fuck what?
Right.
That's your kid that you brought in this motherfucker. And if you don't have the scrotumic fortitude as a man, because this applies to women too, but I'm speaking specifically to men.
Yeah.
If you don't have the scrotumic fortitude to be in that child's life and deal with whatever comes with that shit, you are not a man because being a man is a social designation.
Yep. Point
You are
blank,
not a
period.
man.
Fab said being a piece of shit is very lucrative. That's facts.
Yeah.
And I'm making sure that they don't get that shit from me.
Yo, that should also tell you the state of the world.
Yeah.
That should literally tell you that. The fact that being a piece of shit is lucrative as a motherfucker, being a cheat, being seen, and also why people tend to be attracted to some of the worst motherfuckers on the planet.
Right.
They find them appealing. Shows you something about human nature, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, this is it with the recent like deluge of people that continue to get added to this list. I could not have done this shit at a better time.
You ain't lying.
I could not have done this shit at a better time. It's going to be people that we hang out with that we haven't much since the baby, simply because the baby. That once they start coming back over here, they gonna hear some music or shit that they ain't heard me play, and they gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, nah, nigga, this is all this ain't that. I don't have those shackles anymore. I'm not. I ain't paying this motherfucker nothing. So yeah, I can't. But anyway, another thing that happened that's connected to this is one part of my server had a catastrophic failure this week. And it took me about 2 days to fix it.
Epic fail.
Yeah, you can almost always use more storage space, right?
Yeah.
Almost always, right?
Yeah.
Can't have too much storage.
Can't have too much, especially not over here, motherfucker.
Nigga. So I have a little pocket of about 30 terabytes. I said little pocket, my bad. Well, listen.
Yeah.
So I have a little pocket of like 30 terabytes that I can get to from. That's the other thing about what I'm saying. So like back to the music part, like I don't even have, because it was the case where I had my Spotify, there was regular YouTube, and then I had my YouTube Music.
Right.
On my YouTube Music, I had a bunch of music that I uploaded to it. So whenever I'm playing there, those people aren't getting paid. So what would happen is in the past, I would be playing music or a random playlist or some shit, and somebody will come on that is one of those people, and it's like, fuck, am I listening on my YouTube Music, or am I listening on YouTube, or am I listening on Spotify? I got to think about which one I'm listening on. Nope, I got to worry about that shit no more. I only listen to music off of my server now. I can do it from the TV. I could do it from my phone. I could do it from my phone when I'm not home. Yes. So yeah. But anyway, same with this little 30 terabytes that I got. I can get to it from anywhere on my server.
From anywhere on earth.
Basically. As long as I got an internet connection, I can get to it.
That's it.
It's called a DAS. It's effectively my own personal like Google Drive that I don't have to pay for. I set it up just recently and was very slowly putting things on it. Slowly, only because of everything else that's fucking going on in my life concurrently.
Of course.
I made a mistake when setting it up that I'd never
Broke it.
noticed. Yes.
Oh.
I made a mistake. I made a mistake with setting it up that I never noticed. And it, I had to reboot the service that was running it. And then my life got a lot more interesting. I ended up somehow in that process deleting everything that was on there.
Oh my.
Right. Now, again, there wasn't much on there. Because this was before I got a chance to fully set it up again.
Right.
So there wasn't much on it and nothing that I still don't have access to. So I didn't actually lose any data.
Right.
Like lose any data. But once that happened, I said, all right, no, this is top priority now. I have to finish this. And now I'm completely finished setting this goddamn DAS up, and it has 4 levels of backups, and this will never be an issue again. Discord say you can also add redundancy. Oh no, I'm doing RAID. Yeah, I'm doing RAID. So yeah, I got that situated, and now everything's up and running, and I have 30 fucking terabytes of storage that I can access whenever, wherever, however I would like to do so.
Oh
And
shit, Mike
that's
switched to
amazing.
Linux, yo.
Well, I run Linux because that's my server. So my server runs on Linux. Mostly Debian, some Ubuntu. But yeah. Yeah, it's I don't want to I tried in the past. I know it's probably better now. But I've tried in the past to make it my main driver. I will not. I won't. I'm not doing that. Windows is too convenient. And I'm just gonna stick on.
Well, what's convenient?
Yeah, I
get it.
Like some people don't have this thing, but I feel like most people have the thing where whatever you do for work, you don't want to consistently do that shit outside of work. So I'm one of those people. I do not want to consistently have to deal with tech issues and fixing shit on a consistent basis outside of work. Nah. So, like I
Like
said,
you never
it's
went
probably,
home.
right. Like I said, it's likely much better than when I was trying to main drive it, but
Right.
I'm not doing that. I'm sticking with Windows until I can't stand it anymore. And that may be soon, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Fab said back to that fuck them comment was that with full sandpaper.
That's definitely with whiff, and even one of those double-edged razor blades.
Facts.
You know, on both sides and
Facts.
shit. And you take a piece of gum
Uh-huh.
and you stick that shit to like
Yep.
a popsicle stick. Oh, bitch.
I
Absolutely.
know Discord subscription-based Windows is going to eat ass, and that's
They can
when
kiss
I'm
my
going
ass,
to. Yep,
bro.
that's when
They
I'm going to
kiss
leave
my ass
because
yeah.
I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not
They
doing
kiss
that shit
my ass
at
It's
all.
not happening.
At fucking all. So, to work, they are starting to pay.
They're all starting to pay.
They're starting to pay.
Making them pay.
Yes. Oh my
Listen,
god.
listen. The one thing you always have to do, and I'm putting this advice out to everybody, to the adults, to the wee little kids growing up. After they fuck with you,
Mhm.
you never stop making them pay.
Never.
Never. And that is a wholesome message.
Absolutely.
From the Black Culture Geeks.
100%.
Never.
Now you know. And knowledge is power. So we're talking about work. So you know what it is. These people not following fucking instructions. I will repeat this until it's no longer the case. Like the fact the me repeating it isn't the issue. It's the fact that I have to repeat it. That's the issue.
Yeah,
I'm going to repeat it as long as I have to repeat it.
Facts.
I'm not like I don't like repeating myself, but in this case, I'm fine with it. I will keep repeating it until it's no longer an issue. So I don't, and I've said some of this before. I don't have any power at work. None.
That don't mean you're powerless.
So nobody has to listen to me.
That doesn't mean you're powerless.
I mean,
There's
generally,
power,
and
then there's power.
Hey, listen. I mean, generally, as far as specifically the PCs go, then sure, it would behoove them to listen to me because I'm the one that works with them directly. Fine. Right. But outside of that, outside of something about the computer itself, they don't gotta listen to me. Fuck they gotta listen to me for. I ain't nobody. What I am, though, is a herald. I'm more specifically. I am more specifically Norm Rand himself. I wield another's power. It is my job to show this other where the next target is. When this
not one of the other girls.
Hey, listen. When this other has made up their mind, I can steer and prolong slightly between feedings. I go out and between feedings, I go out and I assess the landscape. I had to set a target this week. I had to set a target this week. It is what it is. The last people I told y'all I trained were supposed to be practicing so that they could get used to the program before we went live in a week or so. Right. Could have been 2 weeks. Could have been 2.5 weeks. I could have stretched it for them. Right?
Right, absolutely.
I told them, all I need y'all to do is each of you to do one practice run a day so that you can get familiar. And once I feel like you got it a little bit, we're going to reassess where y'all at and see if we can start yet. Right. I always start off super lenient. That's all. I ain't asking for much. I'm asking you to do this shit one time per day.
I feel you.
That's it. That's not difficult.
No, it's not.
I get in the office Monday. That was Thursday that I had that conversation with them. I get in the office Monday. I see they haven't done anything. Because you don't have to listen to me, there isn't really much I can just go do, right? So what did I do? Well, Debbie and I basically have daily meetings with my boss about this new platform and what people are doing with it. So during that meeting, I said, hey, we need to tell them they start Thursday. Mm-hmm. My boss said, why Thursday? I said, because I told them that they needed to practice and they have not done one. Telling them they need to start Thursday will put some fire under their ass. She said, do it.
So wait a minute, Galactus. Jeez.
So.
Oh, in trouble now.
So, why? Like I said, why Thursday? Because I gave them a week to practice and they had not been doing anything that they were supposed to do.
Crazy.
So, hey, put a little fire up under their ass. Why did my boss agree? Because if it was completely up to her with no other voices contributing, she would have each job go live the next day after I'm there.
Right.
If she had her complete in utter way with no interference, she would have. I don't want to do them like that because I don't feel like that's reasonable. I don't feel like throwing them into the fire. Like I feel like the way that I feel like teaching should go for most people. Obviously, everyone learns different. But just generally, the way I feel like teaching should go is you give them the information, they work on the information, and then the only way they can truly learn if they don't get it fully then is to try it. They have to do it.
That is a reasonable assessment. It's kind of how I learn.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass.
I mean, things happen.
Y'all, listen, I get the perception, but I am a dumbass. It's just that I try hard.
Right. I just want to.
Right.
I just want to.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. Y'all don't want to. That's y'all biggest problem. Y'all don't want to. And far be it from me to tell you to want to work, right? I'm
How
lazy
can
as
you?
fuck. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
how
lazy
can
as
you?
fuck. I don't want to
Me
work.
too.
However, I do work for this company, and it's expected that I do work while I'm here.
Yeah.
And in exchange for that, they give me money.
Yeah.
So I like the money.
Yeah.
I like the money. Therefore, I feel like this social contract requires me to continue to doing the work so they can continue to giving the money.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
That's how that works. And also, you don't, because of your laziness, because sometimes laziness comes in handy.
Oh, yeah.
You want things to move
As
smooth, so you're
efficiently
not.
as possible.
See what I'm saying? Because that's part of being lazy.
Yes.
That's top tier laziness. Is I want
Yes. Make me
So-
have less to do on
Yeah.
a more consistent basis.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
do that? By making sure that shit's done right.
Facts.
That's how you do that
Facts.
shit.
Facts.
So, all right. Dabby called them to deliver the good news. And the way that we were going to enforce this is they are already doing a version of an online process.
Mhm.
And the people that we have doing it, we can just tell them to cut that shit off. This isn't a you have to listen to the vice president of the company.
Right.
thing. Now, most of the
Right.
time it is. Most of the time, my ace in my pocket is my boss is a vice president. So you got to
That's the
listen to
power.
her.
That's the power cosmic right there,
Right,
too, by the
right.
way.
That's usually the case. This
Right.
time it wasn't even that. It was we had the power of the one above all. We can just cut the shit off. we can just stop the shit completely so that y'all have no other choice.
See, the thing is, right? That's why I asked you about whether you were one of the other heralds other than Norn. Because the thing is, all of them get their power from the source, which is Galactus, right? However, Terrax was a warrior. He can fucking fight. Silver Surfer can't fight. He was a poet.
Right,
He's not.
right.
He wasn't that. So that's why I kind of see you more like Terrax.
But here's the thing. I'm benevolent. I be trying my best.
Right.
I be
right,
trying my best to not take it to that level.
Right.
I be trying. I swear. I will. Look. I've gone so far that in my opening pitch, I tell them, "Yo, we're all gonna fuck up. I know you're gonna fuck up.
Right.
Acting
right.
like you're not gonna fuck up is being disingenuous. You're going to fuck up. You're
Right.
not gonna read your notes. I'm gonna tell you again to do it. You're still not gonna do it. You're gonna
But
think
I'm
that
still
you
gonna
see
keep
me do
telling
it.
you.
I'm gonna keep telling you. You're gonna see me do it and think you remember. You're not gonna remember.
right,
You're gonna do it a couple times and think you remember. You're not gonna remember. It's not that simple. You're gonna fuck up. Please read your notes. That's your resource. That's your get out of jail free. It's an open book fucking test.
Yeah.
It's an open book test. You never have to try
Yeah.
to commit this shit to memory. Guess what? What will happen is over time there'll be
It will
muscle
become
memory.
muscle memory. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You don't have
Hey,
to
yo.
try to commit this
Yo,
shit.
Fab say, "Fuck yeah, I've been off a whole month, and they are recalling me tomorrow." Damn it, man! I don't want to go back.
Listen. That's how I felt after week 6.
I bet.
Nigga. So Debbie called them to give them the good news. And they had 2 reasons and 1 excuse why they hadn't been doing anything. I noticed I said 2 reasons and 1
Listen,
excuse.
once Galactus, once comes Galactus,
But here, listen. They had 2 reasons, 2 valid reasons.
okay,
The valid reasons, there hadn't been any more tests coming from one of the agents is because she was off. She wasn't there. Can't do it if you're not there. Cool.
sure.
No problem. No problem at all. The other valid reason was that the manager had a minor procedure and couldn't see well enough to reliably do it. Oh, cool. No problem. No problem. What about the other agent? There's another agent. What about her? See, because the day that I was there, the agent that was off did one. The manager did a couple.
Right.
But that third agent didn't even do one the day I was there. So Thursday, Friday, I'm not going to count the weekend. Thursday, Friday, and Monday, she had not done a single one, where by that point she should have done at least 3. The excuse given was, oh, it got busy. So I'm on the phone with Debbie because she calls me after
I mean,
she
we all
talked to
get
them.
busy.
She said, yeah, they said they got real busy. They went to do it and then everything got busy and blah blah blah. I said, but it's
Did you clear your throat before you?
I did. I said, but it's mandatory.
Oh.
I said, if you have things that are mandatory, busy is an excuse. She said, you're right. She said, you're right. If it's mandatory, busy is not an excuse. I said, okay. So we'll go ahead and give them grace and let them wait until Monday. Thursday to Monday ain't that
give
big.
them grace.
Listen, Thursday to Monday ain't that big a deal. And I was never pressed about Thursday. My goal was still accomplished. I just wanted to put fire under their asses.
Of course.
My goal was still accomplished because the next day they had started. Okay. All right, cool. Now, should I have had to go through all that? No. Of course not. No. However, case by case basis, whatever I got to do to whatever location is what I'm going to do to get this shit going. We have a meeting with the managers Monday. Oh, I'm going to dig in their ass. And here's the thing. I pre-approved this with my boss. I sat down with Debbie. I said, hey, what are the things that we want to go over with the managers at this meeting? She gave me a list. I said, all right, I'll be back. Went back to my desk, wrote them all out, added some spice throughout them, added examples of what has gone wrong, added examples of what they've done right. Because you never just want to show them out. Of course not. That's not how it works.
This is man management.
Yeah. No, that's not how humans work. Humans won't work well if all you do is bitch at them. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. However, in this, and then after I wrote it all up, I brought it back down to Debbie. Here, look at this. She was like, "Oh shit, you're gonna say this?" I said, "If it's okay, I said if it's okay, I will." She said, "All right." I said, I went back upstairs. I sent it to my boss. Hey, this is some of the points that we want to talk about at this managers meeting. This is not going to be a handout. We're not giving it to them. This is just for our notes, so we know what not to leave anything out. She looked over it. She said, "I'm fine with that." Gave me a couple more things to add. I said, "Pat,
damn.
I'll give you an example of one of them. All the spicier things are basically about them not fucking following instructions, right? Yeah. So one of them was there's a part of the process that when we first started, agents were messing up this particular part of the process. Also, the reason we are even being allowed to do this is because before we had any online version of this, agents would fuck up.
Right.
The issue is the managers are supposed to look at applications before they make it downtown. Clearly, they were not doing that.
Right.
That's one of the reasons that we were even allowed to get an online system. So, given that, we changed the process so that the manager had to do that part that the agent kept messing up. Cool. One of the managers tells one of his agents to do that for him. So once I found that out, I went up to Galactus. Hey, can you take away the rental agent's ability to do this thing so that a manager has to do it? She said, I'm on it. That is now done. So Monday, a part of my section is, hey, we have to do exactly what the instructions tell us to do. That means if it says that a manager is supposed to do something, we do not tell a rental agent to do it. Right. Yes, I'm going to say that with him in the room. I might look at him after I finish the sentence.
Yo, actually, you should. Listen, the impact of the look.
Yeah, because we're not doing this.
Yeah, the look. My grandmother had the look. Mm-hmm. My mom, sweet as she is, had the look. My uncles had the look. Mm-hmm. I developed the look where I ain't got to say nothing.
Right.
I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm. And that is enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah. You know what has happened and you know what might be happening next. That's all. That's all, man. Listen, I don't want no problems with nobody. I don't want no problems with nobody. I want to be able to go to work, do what the fuck I'm supposed to do, and get the fuck out of there.
You just want efficiency.
Any of that extra shit. I don't like hearing my boss complain about y'all fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Therefore, I would like y'all to get it right. Only way y'all gonna get it right is if y'all listen. So
if you don't listen,
we can't have y'all telling agents to do something that a manager is supposed to do.
Facts. Yo,
cause what the fuck do you mean?
Yo,
another one for him specifically. We are supposed to be opening this program every single day, multiple times a day. So you should not be asking an agent to let you know when it's your turn to do something.
Hey, McKenna, shoosh.
But yeah, so I'm looking like as much. I'm equally looking forward to and not looking forward to this meeting. It should be fun. But yeah, that's all I got.
Damn, I don't really have much this week. My week was basically about working. Listen, there are things that I absolutely need to have happen, and they're not going to happen without putting in some of these uncomfortable things now.
Yeah.
Right. I have a goal. All of us have goals. Mine specifically requires that I use my creativity to the utmost. So I wrote a lot this week. A lot. So for those of you who haven't, well, I guess that's all of you because I haven't uploaded it yet. But we did a first episode of the Writers Roundtable this week. It was me, it was SPJ, it was Echelon. It went great.
Yeah.
And it's something we're going to be doing more often on our Patreon. These sort of things are necessary because I feel like Patreon doesn't get anywhere near
Facts,
enough attention.
Yeah.
As it should. McKenna's absolutely right. Things I love. Listen.
Thanks, Cindy.
You raised her. So, like, we did that. That came off good. We're going to do more of those. That was very important to do. And the most important thing is it didn't need to be edited by me, and it really didn't need to be all that edited by him.
Right.
People did pretty good, right? You'll see probably clips of it. If you're not on Patreon, you'll probably see a few clips of it on the Majestic Comics YouTube page. Other than that, it was story writing. One of the things we talked about, though, was all of our predisposition to world build, right? And how sometimes that will happen in lieu of any story getting written, right? Shoosh, Cindy. So, like, this week, it's really been about story. And one of the things that I have observed about, story writing this entire time I've been doing it is that it's not all that much different than world building. It's just on the smaller scale. Like, you're building context. You're building sequence of events. Like, when I build worlds, I build the history, too. It's not just, this world is it. No. This is a history that goes all the way back to whatever, right? It's the same thing when I'm writing a story, though. Like, there are bones to the story. There's a sequence to the story that is, some sequences are better, more fitting for the theme of the story than others, right? So that this week is what I was doing on multiple stuff because I apparently have ADHD. So I jump, bam, shut up, bam, 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 right? All these different things. But I wouldn't say that I'm almost done with this one particular one I'm working on, but I'm making a lot of good progress with that, right? So, of course, that will probably be, this week coming up, I got other things to take care of because we have to really hustle on we had to really hustle on this whole Kickstarter thing for the Magic Reader and shit. So there's certain things that we need to do to make sure that that gets a proper review by Kickstarter and then gets accepted. And then we still need time to do some marketing on it to try to get as many people as we can, you know, to go over there and support it. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing this upcoming week as well, is finishing up on these stories. I got a whole bunch of shit to do actually after this show. We got another meeting that we're doing, and then I got some more stuff to do after that, right? To do some other shit. So that's pretty much what my week is going to be. I don't have any animal stories except for one. So the wasp. Like I said, they're back full force, right? So I was outside talking on the phone to one of my homeboys, Pelix. Pelix is rattling off something about some business thing that he's trying to get into and take care of this, that. And I was listening, but I wasn't, because standing not 5 feet away from me was one of them waspy motherfuckers doing this and shit.
Thanks, Betty.
Right? Doing this. So I'm looking, and as long as it's over there, 5 feet is pretty close, but it ain't in my face. So I'm like, all right, just, you know, scamper along. It did not. It decided to come close, get all in my face. I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point, I'm not even listening to what Felix is saying, because I'm like, you know, I'm about to turn around now, go in this house and get my weapon. And once I get that weapon and come back out here, it's going to be a problem. So I get back in the house. If you're still out here when I come back out here, that's it. I went and I got the big old can of wasp. I come out. This is overkill. Admittedly. But you can't be all in my grill. I grab it. Floosh! He hit actually the rail first, and then he hit the ground.
Bruh.
I got to give him his props, though, because when he hit the ground, he still was moving. He was like, yeah, it could have been his nervous system fucking up, doing all kinds of crazy shit or whatever. That happens. You know, they start doing that shimmy shit. McKenna said, you know, if you just convert the wasp from Protestantism, you won't have an issue. That's funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
That's funny as hell. But I wound up stomping him out, putting him out his misery. I don't like seeing people suffer, but I don't like you in my face. I don't. I put more bread out there too earlier. So I felt justified. You know what I'm saying? I felt justified. You know what I mean? And doing, yo, Famo said, that man's part of interest.
Hilarious.
Oh shit! But yeah, that's pretty much my week. That wasn't even a war. That was just a
slight skirmish.
Yeah, it was a step 2, right? He stepped to me, and I had to put him down. Let there be a lesson to the rest of y'all.
Right. Just make sure you keep your tributes going.
Listen, bro, I do what I gotta. I do what I gotta. Yeah, that's all. That's all for my week.
Word.
So yeah. Oh, look, everybody. There's always music. Always freaking music. Old music. Music that you still can get. Now, listen, I know we talked about that server thing today. Don't mean like we not them guys. We not them guys.
That part.
Like
that
we
part.
Not them guys. You can support our stuff.
Yeah, you can support us.
Like, but you can support us. Go check that out. Gray's got music. GA's got music. Like, handle that. So for my man SBJ, I am Tombstone the Dead Man, and for the greater multi-world entertainment family, we are out.
Peace.